Last time, Godou Kusanagi is on an island on the Mediterranean Sea. He plans to return a stone tablet entrusted by his grandfather back to its former owner, Lucrezia Zora. Erica Blandelli is a copper-black cross knight who threatens him to hand over the stone tablet, calling it a grimoire. Soon after, they are attacked by a rogue deity, prompting them to form a truce. Godou delivers the grimoire to its rightful owner, that being Zora, but she allows the boy to keep the grimoire, as well as take her body for a spin. With her being as old as his deceased grandfather, the rogue god returns to settle the score, but Godou is able to discover the grimoire's power, taking down the god. When Godou returns back home, he finds himself in an unusual scenario. Erica follows him back home, pretending to be his wife, with her developing feelings for the boy, with Erica liking the way he yelled at her. Erica makes herself a new student at his school, and lets everyone know what their relationship is. Godou flees the class out of embarrassment, yet all he accomplishes is requiring another maiden. This bashful maiden's name is Yuri Maria, and she's a shrine princess. Godou gives Yuri the Gorgon medallion, being a mysterious object, which is stupid because he puts her in a dangerous situation, with this being because a rogue lolly named Athena is after it. She's able to get back the Gorgon, and it turns out she's not actually a lolly, but a grown woman. Yeah, I don't know why she just doesn't look like this all the time. Luckily, or unfortunately, Goda defeats her, turning her back into her lolly form, and now Godou is able to eat breakfast with his two partners. Our hero Godou Kusanagi is now waking up Erica up for school, with the girl leaving her clothes all over the floor, because as we all know, she prefers to sleep au naturel. She refers to him as a tease while showing off her goodies. He yells at her to put something on, and when she sees his reaction, she offers to let him dress her. Yuri has a foresight ability, with her able to see a lovely young lady with silver hair bowing to her master, with the two of them preparing a ritual, and this girl's name is Liliana Kranchar. While she's preparing her bento box for lunch, Yuri is sure that she's seen that man before, but before she can tell the audience who that man is, Hikari, her younger sister, runs into her to eat one of her omelets that she made, having revealed that the bento box is for Godou. Hikari thinks that it's romantic, how she intends to use her feminine wilds, conquer the king. Yuri is an innocent girl, and she has no idea what that term means, having never heard it before. Hikari explains what she means by it, and Yuri turns pinkish red as she has a not safe for work idea in her head. Hikari believes the proportions are too little, so she takes out the large bento box that they have for Godou. Hikari considers him to be her spouse, with Yuri thinking about how the two of them would appear together, and not being opposed to the idea. As soon as she walks into the classroom, she notices Erica's in her usual spot, that being his lap. Erica also mentions juicy facts about Godou succumbing to her daily desires. Yuri does a dimension hop after hearing this, enraged. She's ashamed of Erica for doing this at such a sacred place of learning. Godou's wives fight like dragons and tigers. In baseball, Erica demonstrates her athleticism. When it comes time for Yuri to bat against Erica, Maria unconsciously uses her future sight to see what balls Erica will be tossing for in the future, and Godou devises a strategy for Maria to win. Godou immediately realizes that Maria isn't the athletic type, with it being sad to watch. Godou is hit with the bat and the ball on the final shot. Maria brings out her huge bento box for lunch. Erica comprehends what she's attempting to do. Maria attempts to act as if this entire meal is just for her, offering to share it now with everybody else. Erica refers to this as her tummy seduction plan. Maria claims that she just wants to give Godou proper guidance as a shrine maiden. This leads to Erica bringing up the possibility of Mario obtaining a cell phone, and then outright demanding that she do so, talking her into the deal because they're dealing with a living, walking disaster, while also pointing out that they can always contact each other, as well as the girl being able to have more personal conversations with Godou on a frequent level. Yuri agrees, but becomes really embarrassed by this, running away. Erica went to Maria's sixth sense in their team, finding it very valuable, telling Godou to make the girl his, but then becomes rather serious, saying she's only fine with him having one other girl, warning him if he obtains more girls, she'll never forgive him. After school, the two of them go to the corner store to buy Yuri a new phone, where they're choosing the same model as Godou. Godou then spends many hours instructing her on how to add a new contact into her phone. When Godou returns back home, he receives a call from Donnie Salvatore. He initially hangs up on the man, but Donnie calls back. Godou first yells at the bastard, questioning how did he recover so fast, and how did he obtain his cell phone number. Donnie claims to be his best friend, and because they're both Campione, Donnie went all out on Godou in their first battle, despite the fact that Godou is a far lower rank than he is. Donnie mentions that Sasha Denjinstall Vauban is an old man that desires to do a ceremony in Japan. Vauban is dangerous, since he commands hundreds of wolves. has the capacity to turn people into salt with his looks, and to destroy towns with tornadoes, and he can also command the dead, like servants. Donnie instructs him to go defeat the old man. Godou then hangs up the phone to call Yuri. Meanwhile, Yuri's taking a bath before being abducted by Liliana, who takes Maria back to her master, that being Vauban, with him planning to use the girl for the ceremony. Sasha desired to embark on a hunt for Athena, but Athena lost her powers, so he had to satisfy his desire for another ritual, being the rogue god. Maria, along with other young girls like Liliana, were forced to participate in a summoning ritual by Sasha, with this being 4 years ago in an old castle. Godou Kusanagi and Erica Red Devil Blandelli arrive at the temple, where Magase fills them in on what occurred. They discover that Duke Vauban and Yuri have a history that goes back to 4 years. Godou intends to face the Duke alone, but Erica won't allow this. Yuri begs her king, Vauban, not to summon a rogue god in Japan. Vauban doesn't care, instructing the girl to conduct a ritual, but Maria refuses, not wanting to endanger innocent lives. She threatens to endanger her own life if he continues. Vauban finds it hilarious that she'd be so brave in front of him. He warns her that he could just reanimate her body and exploit her power that way, questioning if it would travel through death. She employs her vision to determine where did he get this power from, coming to find out that he defeated the Egyptian god Osiris in battle. When Godou and Erica arrive at Vauban's location, Erica informs him that her intel indicates that he commands a knight at a similar level to her. Inside, undead soldiers strike, with them capable of summoning golems. Meanwhile, Liliana's pouring Yuri some tea as they wait. Yuri thanks her for all that she's done, and wishes that the two girls can sit down and catch up with each other. Lily is aloof, and a bit irritated that she wouldn't want to discuss her current position. Liliana is informed that Godou has arrived. The girl's further frustrated, believing that he must be the same like every other Campione, with her believing that all of them are battle-craved demigods. Yuri defends him, arguing that he's different. Liliana departs, instructing her to cleanse her body in preparation for the ceremony. Meanwhile, Erica's dealing with all of Godou's undead servants so that he can conserve his strength for the approaching confrontation. The two of them enter the wolf's lair, and Vauban smudgingly asks the boy's name. Vauban laughs, remembering how he was around the same age when defeating his first deity and becoming a Campione. Godou insists that he release Maria. Duke Vauban claims that Maria is his property, with it being impossible for him to give her up, then asking, shouldn't the king pay an adequate compensation when dealing in an exchange? Erica soothes his anger by mentioning that Godou is the friend of Lord Salvatore, recalling that Godou and Salvatore had a match with the ending in a draw, suggesting that Lord Salvatore thinks of him very highly, with also mentioning that Donnie finds Vauban to be rather old, thinking of him as an elder. Hearing himself being called an elder enrages Vauban, with him accepting the challenge, allowing him to have Yuri back, but just for the time being. He claims to give him a 30 minutes head start and say that they can hide her anywhere before he takes her back. Godou's enraged, wondering why there's not an organization to stop Vauban from doing this. Vauban became a Campione before any organization existed, and hence fell out of their jurisdiction. Maria doesn't want them to get in danger, so she lies, saying that she'll be okay, and that no one else will get harmed in the ceremony. Erica knows that this is a deception because the ritual is well known. 4 years ago, 30 people were sacrificed, and nearly everyone present in the ritual is suffering from major psychological issues, with her being lucky. A troop of wolves soon surround them. In the back seat, Godou and Yuri flirt, with this making Erica happy that they're getting along, but also reminding her that she's number 2. The maid is told to abandon the car in the middle of nowhere to begin their combat. Vauban emerges from a gust of wind, and then he calls noble knights to confront them. Each of them were skilled fighters in their own right. Godou summons his steed, coming from the hot sun, defeating many of the servants, but Duke Vauban transforms into a wolfman, with him capable of eating the horse. Maria arrives to soothe Godou. As Erica departs the fight, Godou picks up Yuri, and they run away. Meanwhile, Erica also has to flee for a short while. Liliana calls her a rat for scurrying around, and the two of them begin their struggle. Godou employed the bird of prey so that he can get some distance between him and Vauban. However, Godou is now injured. Maria is unable to treat him with her healing, with this being because he's a Campione, with him needing her to infuse her power into him. Maria starts to comprehend what exactly Erica's been doing up to this point. At the same time, where Lily's remarking how Erica's always using her legs in a fight, Erica retorts this by saying that Lily has a propensity of talking too much. Godou inquires Maria about Vauban's magic so that he can get a better understanding on how to beat him, but Maria is clueless. Luckily, her sixth sense kicks in, giving her a hint. Suddenly, Amakazu arrives to inform that Erica needs some help. Erica's in some difficulty. Erica starts to stall the fight out by asking the girl if she's actually serving Duke Vauban of her own free will. Erica's well aware of the girl's actual values, and knows that she would never be acting as such random oppression. Liliana blames Erica for everything, claiming that her grandfather had the same thought after she became the mistress of a Campione. sending Liliana to be Duke Vauban's mistress. Maria tries to convince Liliana that this is something that she shouldn't want to be a part of, offering the girl the chance to defect and join Godou's side. Liliana's pride won't allow her to do so. Just then, a piece of debris endangers Maria, and Liliana defends her, proving that she's not the bad guy. But still, Liliana's adamant, deciding to go attack Erica, but she stops at the last second, with Erica revealing her darkest secret, with this being the novel that she's been secretly writing. Liliana adds that she could just kill her to prevent her from talking about her secret. Erica admits that she could do that, but also admits that she put into her will, so if she dies, everyone will know about it. And now the group joins forces to go face the Duke. The old man is surprised to see Liliana siding with their adversary. Erica kisses Godou in order for him to conjure up his golden sword. Godou now understands the source of his strength, calling forth a land of gold with it encrusted with blades, and a sea of swords slashes through his divinity. However, Vauban heals from this. However, Godou only stripped away one of his divinity, that being Apollo, with him summoning undead mages. Erica and Liliana fight them off, understanding that these soldiers have a weakness, with that being that they have the inability to adapt. Maria feels powerless because she's unable to fight like the others, but the girl eventually receives a prophecy, given that both Apollo and Osiris have a distinct difference in quality, but share some point of divinity. She calls for Godou to rebuild his sword, with this one being ineffective. Erica likes her idea, but Godou still needs some additional information in order to create the weapon. Erica gives her a wink, and Maria blushes that she now realizes what she has to do in order to win. Yuri and Godou exchange a kiss, and when they're finished, Godou begins to say his powerful words, empowering his divinity, creating a storm of swords that turn all of Vauban's troops into stone. Godou was able to cut through his ties to Apollo and Osiris, but Duke Vauban still holds the authority over 3 weather deities. Duke Vauban separates Godou from the women, claiming that this battle is a war between 2 demon kings. Vauban has spent many years studying magic to get to the point where he's above even the gods. A voice encourages Godou to stand back up. He then uses the goat avatar, and this ability allows him to have the priest ability, allowing him to control the lightning. Erica, Liliana, and Maria pass on their authority to Godou, and the previous voices that Godou came to hear were Duke Vauban's old servants, who wished for Godou to win the fight against the wicked king, creating an avalanche of lightning. But still, Duke Vauban rises, eager to go to round 3, but he then notices that the sun has risen. Being a man of his word, Godou wins the competition, and Yuri falls into Godou's arms, with her being rather tired. Erica becomes envious of this, asking for Godou to check on her. Maria can't stand it, with Erica only using this to kiss him, and she's soon rushing over to stop them. So this is where we're going to leave off in today's video. If you like today's video, here's another one just like it, so go check it out. I'll be breaking down this anime into multiple parts. Now if you like this video, do make sure to leave a like, and why not subscribe to the channel? I'll be uploading daily videos just like this one, so I'll see you next time.